Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have another smartphone that needs a screen replacement. This is your Samsung Galaxy S20. So let's go! So before we move on to the screen replacement, we're gonna check the condition of this screen. And David has been trying to shut this down, but the screen is working, but the touch screen is not. So there's a possibility that there's a board issue with this one, but most likely it's just for the touchscreen module behind the glass. So we're gonna remove this back cover. So we're gonna do this slowly, and as you can see here, we are using these thin layers of plastic, and we're gonna slide it in between the chassis and the back cover to release it. And there you are. So we're gonna remove all the screws to release the shroud. So we're gonna remove it, and then we're gonna remove this wireless charging module, and of course the cables and the cameras. And as you can see here, there's flat cables that moves from the daughter board to the motherboard. Those are the display and the control for the daughter board for the charging and the speakers. This is the motherboard, pretty easy to remove. And we're gonna move on to remove this daughter board shroud. So far so good, no problem at all. Because David, he's been repairing Samsung smartphones even before, so this is no problem for him. So we're gonna remove all the components here that we can transplant to the new display, because the display for the Samsung Galaxy S20 is also integrated to the chassis. So this is giving us a very rigid smartphone, but the problem is when you replace the screen, you're also replacing the entire housing supposedly. So we're going to transplant all the components, the motherboard, SIM card tray, the daughter board, and of course here, still stuck on the old display, it's the battery. So we're gonna do this really slowly. So we're gonna reuse the adhesives here. It's still intact mostly. We're just gonna press it in, and then we're gonna connect the display first, and then the battery, and then the daughter board. We're gonna screw it in. So when you have a Samsung Galaxy S20 that's in need of the screen replacement, just avoid doing it yourself, even if you know how to perform some basic disassembly or reassembly, because the components here are kind of expensive. When you ruin something, you really don't want to troubleshoot it on your own. David here is an expert on everything Samsung, and especially right here, this right here, the screen is broken. The replacement screen is not good. You can see there's a light, vertical light. So we're gonna redo the repair. We're gonna get another screen replacement. So this can happen. So especially if you order from AliExpress or any online shopping platform, you can receive components with defects. It's not really your fault, but the seller or supplier might have a bad batch, or this is just a special case of just a bad unit. So we're gonna redo the repair. I'm gonna take a photo, And then we're gonna redo all that we have done before. So motherboard, daughter board, connectors, and then the battery. So what if this happens to you, when you want to DIY your own screen replacement or battery replacement, and then the component is not good, then you will not be having a good time, because you will return the unit or file for a refund, and then all will be delayed. So just seek professional or specialists for screen replacement so that you avoid these problems. And right here we have confirmed the issue. The initial screen replacement module that we have is really broken. See here? And even when we boot it up, there's also a leak in the LCD. So that's too bad. The good thing we have a lot of stocks of Galaxy S20 screens here. So we're gonna put it all back together and then retest. So put back all the screws, the SIM card tray, and then boot it up, and then so far so good. We can see that there's no similar issue with the second screen replacement module. It's good. Now we're gonna test the components, the buttons, and there seems to be an issue here with the front camera or the selfie camera. So we are gonna disassemble the S20 again and troubleshoot the thing. So this smartphone has been a lot of a problem for David, but no problem for him actually. It's just very tedious to disassemble and reassemble something. So we're gonna harvest some selfie camera module from other screens for S20. See if it works. So see, this is why we recommend that you go to a service technician for smartphones, or specialist for Samsung smartphones, just so when you have other issues other than the screen replacement, because screen replacement is kind of really a commonplace repair for all smartphones next to battery replacement. And these components, you can't really get them when you don't have a shop like Sydney CBD Repair Center. Sometimes we have a lot of spare parts that we can access, so that will save you a lot of headache and inconvenience. So we're gonna test this, and then this time it's all working fine. So of course buttons are working, touchscreen, brightness, front camera, back camera, it's all good. So if you have a problem with your Galaxy S20, iPhones, smartwatches, or tablets, just message us or visit Sydney CBD Repair Center, and we're gonna give you the premium service that you deserve. No more messing around with your own smartphone. So thanks for joining, guys. Till next time, cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.